The most controversial game, the coffin of Andy and Leyley. That's what it was called, right? I believe so. I haven't played the game myself, but I watched Asmon play it. And goddamn, I love the game. I'm waiting for the next chapter to come out to play it myself, I think. Or maybe I'll just watch Asmon. But, it was pretty controversial. It was. Twitter was going nuts. Very nuts. Either way, before we get into the video, YouTube, listen to me. YouTube, hey YouTube, we got a new channel. YouTube, we got a new channel that you need to check out if you are interested in more original content. Right here. It's called Kitsunero Highlights. It's right here. Go check it out. We're gonna upload original content there. Okay, now let's get to the video.
So almost a year ago now, damn, time does pass. Seems like only yesterday I developed a discuss for all of you. Anyway, about a year ago I made a video on the coffin of Andy and Leyley, a game that was somewhat controversial due to the contents within it, and had a whole slew of drama revolving around it and the community. Keep in mind this is when I used to put Minecraft footage in the background, as a form of jingling keys to make the small amount of brain cells left rattling in your head somewhat attentive. Those were the good old days, complete blatant slop that only took me a few hours to edit. Now I deal with this. But in that video, I basically talked about the controversy surrounding the second chapter's release of the coffin of Andy and Leyley.
Chad, have you played it? Have you gotten that route? And if you know what route I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. Have you gotten it? Yes, you have. Nice. I probably would have gotten it too. Probably. Is my guess.
A game that released in March.
Also, I just gotta say, I love the art style. I freaking adore the art style.
The second chapter's release of the coffin of Andy and Leyley, a game that released in March 2023 with its first episode, and then once again in October of 2023 with its second episode.
Where's the third one?
Exploded on the internet seemingly overnight, with everyone and their dementia-ridden grandma talking about this game, particularly one scene in general which made every reaction YouTuber lose their shit.
Oh! In their mom's bed, too. Oh, Jesus.
But due to the explosion on the internet, it developed
the Alabama route,
a cult following overnight.
I mean, look at her. We do love crazy chicks here.
And on the other side of the coin had a number of people condemning it, especially people on Twitter, due to one of the themes advertised a handful of times throughout the game, and one scene in particular.
I can make it worse.
Which is an optional route, which once again, to emphasize, is optional. People seem to overlook all the other topics within the game, but drew their line.
Yeah, like literally. Cannibalism, Satanism, murdering, sacrificing, exploitation, starvation, all of that is fine. All of that is fine. But we draw the line at incest.
And this, and the fact the characters are deranged psychopaths and terrible people, is essentially like overlooking the local glory hole, but we're getting annoyed at the people in the corner fisting without contraception, but people really did lose it, and judged it for glorifying this one topic, and once again, forgot about all the other topics, and the general concept of the game. But
hey, I wanna read that. Go back. Behold our newest ad campaign. Are you sure this will help us sell more horror games? Horror?
But no, fisting without contraception? Bad dog. But from this you also had the creator come under fire as well, and had some terrible things happen to them which led to them stepping away from the internet for a while. It was to the point where this game was labelled the most controversial game of 2020.
Jesus, bro. People are pussies. That's what they are, man. Can't handle a little bit of darker themes, man. You know, You know what really grinds my gears? You know what really freaking grinds my gears, chat? When there's like really dark theme in anime, such as like remember the first episode of Goblin Slayer? People not being able to handle dark shit. They didn't glorify it or anything. It wasn't glorified. People. Oh my god. Can't handle a little bit of Alabama, yeah. Most royalty is the product of incest. Oh yeah, it is. They worship those, but this is bad. Yeah. Oh, they just talked about that in Second X today? Oh! I haven't watched Second X in forever, ever since Tactone ain't on it anymore. I don't know. But yeah. Like, as soon as there's a little bit of, like, controversy in anime.
3 gave birth to one of the most unique in quotations, fan bases who are completely obsessed with it and running around like little crackheads waiting for their next dose, which is episode 3. But today I wanted to revisit the topic as some things have changed and there were some things I did not include in that previous video and got wrong. So I'm sticking my adult, hairy, big toe back into the community.
Oh my God.
But if you made the unfortunate decision to click on this video, you can still turn back, buddy. But if you also made the unfortunate decision of spawning in the sister-kissing, mother-licking and uncle-sniffing state of Alabama, you're going
Here it
to
is!
enjoy this video. Or at least people think you should. As people outside the community label this game the incest game.
Whoa!
Beat my meat. I just want to beat my meat.
What the hell? What the... What was that?
First, what is the coffin of Andy and leyley? Well,
What
for
the-
those of you who haven't had internet access or visited such sites as X or Rule 34, because it is plastered to those websites like Conjoined Twins. The Coffin of Andrew and Leyley is a horror visual novel of sorts, where the
Good
basic
night, Mod
concept
Element.
of the game centers around the characters Andrew, who is 22, and Leyley, who is 20, as they have been confined to their house due to a supposed forced quarantine.
Bro, but... Why is she so hot?
And the virus was in the water, meaning they may have been contaminated with the virus. So they were confined to their home. The game being suitably called The Coffin of Andrew and Leyley, and if your brain is as thick as a concrete brick, due to the fact they were locked in their own room and barely given any rations to survive by the people monitoring their quarantine, and at the start of the game are currently starving to death, this is probably why the game is called The Coffin of Andrew and Leyley.
Whoa! It's a coffin? What? No way! Dark themes? No!
You dumbass. Both Leyley and Andrew aren't the most sane of people. In fact, the game tries to tell you the
Ashley Graves, 20 years old, very not good. In fact, very bad. Andrew Graves, 22 years old, exists. Doormat extraordinaire.
these two are psychopaths and are terrible people. Andrew is aggressive at times, and Leyley has already committed unspeakable crimes like murdering a young child that was interested in her brother.
I can make her so much worse.
Which, you know, getting rid of another Roblox user of the world isn't entirely a bad thing. But the two, while starving to death, notice some ominous music coming from their neighbour. They decide to go investigate and see that their neighbour is performing a satanic ritual. As you do on a Friday night, the two decide to go back to their room and then later return to see how things are going, and observe their neighbour asking the demon to help them escape the room and the quarantine effect, which the demon complies with by promptly mauling them to death, like a vicious pit bull in a children's playground, and Andrew and Leyley just kind of watch like the cooks they are. Then after the demon was finished and they were in their current state of starving to death, they decide to ransack the place looking for food. But find nothing and are still starving. So with a gourmet meal standing right in front of them, the leftovers from the pit bull from hell, they decide to resort to cannibalism.
But this is okay, according to Twitter anyway. This is fine. We can handle that. That's fine.
They chop up the body and cook it, and then lament over the fact they have just eaten a fully grown adult. Let's hope they didn't eat the brain, or the Kuru virus will be finding them. After which they decide to clean their room just in case the warden's coming in and realise they've just eaten a person.
Quit having fun!
But they have to quickly hide because coincidentally the wardens are about to come in. Ashley gets to...
But eating their siblings' meat is wrong. I hate you. I hate you so much. Oh my god, you did not just say that.
Covered, and Andrew beheads the guy like it's an old live leak video, after which they now have freedom, so they adventure outside and discover that their blood types were listed on their doors. Turns out the virus was fake and they were just using them for their blood and organs, and their family had essentially sold them both. I think that was a good deal, to be honest. Getting rid of two children that are like Jeffrey Dahmer's, and getting paid to do so, GG, that is a good deal. But their value also corresponded to their blood type. If you were A, B, C, you were less useful than the people that were -O, meaning people who had -O blood type had more resources. Just a little side note, I myself do not even know my blood type.
Oh yeah, I don't know mine either.
So if I stereotypically get stabbed in the UK ghetto, I'm fucked. But that is the basic premise of the coffin of Andrew and Leyley, but there are a lot of alternative endings and optional endings. However, as said before, with one of the endings, it caused a significant controversy and even led to the creator having to withdraw them.
I think, Esmond said, it's a cute love story.
Himself from the internet.
Hi, Mark.
Your sister?
So as said before, the game had been listed as one of the most
Their mom is hot, to be honest, yeah.
controversial games of 2023, even though on the Steam page it still sat an overwhelmingly positive reviews, but the reason it had such an infamous reputation was because of one of the scenes. And in said scene you kind of had to go out of your way to get this scene.
I feel like it wasn't like going out of your way since so many people have gotten it, you know? I haven't played it, so I wouldn't know, and I missed some parts of it from Esmond's stream.
And it even gives you an option if you want to see it or not. But it happens because Andrew and Leyley became buddy-buddy with the demon, and sometimes being friends with a literal demon isn't always sunshine and rainbows.
Nah, that's fine.
Just grab it.
Maybe it'll show you scenes like being at the front lines of Saigon in 1975, or you clapping your own sister's cheeks. Which did happen. And with it said scene, it shows the aftermath of the coitus, but it never really happened in the game. It was just a vision the demon was using to mess with them. But this relationship is somewhat hinted throughout the game, but it's never shoved down your throat like this scene. But this is one of the reasons it became so popular so quickly as Chapter 2 released, because people on the internet lost it over this one scene. Some people assumed
Yeah, cannibalism and exploitation, selling your children, gaslighting, Satanism, all of that is fine. All of that is A-okay.
the creator involved this to romanticize the topic
Starvation,
and advertise it, so they began praying for the downfall of the creator and labeling anyone that supported this game a degenerate.
Bro. Average Twitter moment, to be honest. The game, like, people got so far that the dev, like the artist and original creator, like story writer of the game, went completely like undercover. Like underground, not undercover, sorry. Like she completely left. She handed over like social communication to the publishing studio, I believe. And she's just underground working now because people were crazy about it, man.
Even to the point where some people that streamed the game faced harassment from these people. And as my saying goes, it got significantly worse. It even led to the creator of the show being doxed.
There
and
it
having
is.
their entire internet history put
I didn't even know she was doxed.
on blast on the internet. Which led them to make an announcement that they were stepping away from the internet, removing all their social media,
there it is.
and outsourcing the
Kit9. Chat, was it me? Has it been me? All along, have I created the coffin of Andy and Leyley? Was it me? Am I the mastermind? No, I'm not.
production of the game to another company, but they still work on the art and the story, and are still vital to the game's development. And this is why many people that don't actually play the game or know about it label it the incest game, even though it was not a key plot point. But people had already condemned the creator and the fans of the game, but many made the
Fetish
point...
garbage. Good game till they ruined it with incest. Imagine if instead of buying this you install War Thunder and waste your money there, eh? This game gave me the courage to finally ask out... Okay, postal dude solos easily. I don't got that one.
They overlooked the general theme of the game. Even on the Steam page, it lists it as a horror.
Whoa!
The horror genre is to try and make people uncomfortable or scared. This
No
may
way!
mean including taboo topics, such as this, to attempt to achieve that goal. But the game also includes other topics such as the paranormal and cannibalism, even satanic rituals, but nobody was talking about those topics, just this one.
That's fine.
On top of the fact the game generally tries to tell you these people are terrible. They very rarely paint them in a good light. Hell, their parents
like, literally. The game tells you they're both fucked.
tried to sell them away, and there's even one alternative ending where they kill them. The game tries to tell you these two are psychopaths and are gonna do some psychotic things. You are not meant to love them, you are not meant to endorse what they are doing, because they are crazy. But once again, like the Dead Space scene where you get your eye poked out, it is not integral to...
Oh my god! Yeah, I think we gotta blur that for YouTube. Like, he might get away with it, but I don't think I will. How far are we in? 70 minutes.
The story is just there to make you uncomfortable, and many of the fans agreed with this rhetoric. Many of them didn't understand the hate the creator and the game in general were getting, because 1, it is not integral to the plot, it is completely optional. 2, the story is about 2 deranged psychotic people, and 3, the game is under the horror genre, so it will try to make you uncomfortable with these said topics.
No way.
Now, with all that said, you did get parts of the community that did like these themes being...
Please mention Asmon. Oh my god, what the fuck is that? Bruh!
suggested, whilst the majority of the fan base are just thirsting over leyley and her mother, to a disturbing degree. The Rule 34 servers are probably getting assists daily on the amount of dried up unborn children held within the fabric of socks, as some people have been brute forcing the server with the amount of art produced.
Chat, one of you look up how many results leyley has on that site. Can one of you look that up right now?
About this game, that is NSFW, but there is actually less than 1% of the community that sympathise and agree with the topics that were suggested within the game that were meant to make you uncomfortable, and they themselves romanticise it. Those are the actual degenerates of the community, and deserve their internet...
Yeah, the ones that romanticize it. Oh, yeah. Ashley Grace, 1638. Try leyley instead. Instead of typing Ashley Grace, type leyley. 2065 for the whole series. Coffin and Andy and leyley 2060. Leyley 10. Okay, never mind then. Alright. 2065. I don't know, is that a lot or little?
Access to be revoked. And there are some more infamous individuals of the community like Fairball, who has been doxing people within the community and copyright striking videos to get them taken down even though it did not include any of their content, which is blatant abuse of the copyright system we all know and love on YouTube, and removing videos that did not include any of their content and was just videos on the coffin of Andy and leyley. But due to the fact he was mainly targeting small channels and YouTube is YouTube, nothing will be done about it almost.
Wait, what? Wait, roll that back for a second.
Romanticize it. Those are the actual degenerates of the community, and deserve their internet access to be revoked. And there are some more infamous individuals of the community like Fairball, who has been doxing people within the community and copyright striking videos to get them taken down even though it did not include any of their content, which
because he didn't like the game. How unhinged and mentally ill does one have to be to go out of their way?
His blatant abuse of the copyright system we all know and love on YouTube, and removing videos that did not include any of their content and was just videos on the coffin of Andy and leyley, but due
Like, what?
to the fact he was mainly targeting small channels and YouTube is YouTube, nothing will be done about it almost. But there is a video by the Silence Do Good going over the entire situation, which I would recommend checking out. But after all the harassment and doxing the creator,
Actually, kids, I think he's referring to a guy who played the game. Why would a guy who's been playing the game try to dox other people who are playing the game?
still not back on the internet, but they have grown some massive steel balls and are making fun of the people that doxed them and got very mad over that one scene, even doubling down and saying they're not going to give up on the coffin of Andy and leyley, and making slight jabs at this group of people in the patch notes, which takes some serious balls.
Yeah, I'm glad that she's, like, standing her ground and is going to continue with her game, because the game is great. Oh.
So, in conclusion,
Oh my god, I haven't heard that in years. Oh my god. Jeez.
despite the reputation of the game being the incest game, in quotations once again, there's only slight hints and only one serious scene where it involves it, and people promptly lost their shit over it, doxed and harassed the creators and fans, even though personally I think it's a horror game that is meant to make you uncomfortable by using said topics and themes, and beforehand even tells you the characters involved in it are terrible people. So whilst the game was not directly romanticizing it, and there is probably a small percentage of the community actually doing it, alongside the people drawing pictures of Leyley's feet, who are the actual degenerates here,
What the hell?
yeah, but this was a more accurate and updated video than my previous
What the
one.
hell?
But yeah, that's all I wanted to say, and bye-bye.
Bye-bye. What the hell? Yeah, I think the game's fine. I wanna play the next chapter or watch Asman play it if he does go back to it when the next chapter releases. I think it's pretty cool that the author, the creator of the game, stood her ground. I'm pretty sure it was a woman. If not, that's my bad, but I thought it was. Yeah. People are taking shit way too serious. As a conclusion. Thanks for watching, YouTube. Goodbye!